Welcome to the 2022 Dutchman Atlas 3302RL. This unit is big, it's gorgeous. You have 3 slide outs in here, really helping to open up this space and make it feel like home. It's perfect for a couple if it's just 2 of you, but it also allows some space for guests. Now, myself personally, what do I love about it? A couple different things. One, as I say, you get the dual opposing slides here in the living area, which really opens this living space up, gives you a great living area we'll see in just a moment, and gives you the kitchen island, which is excellent for prep space, plus it gives you extra storage. So that's gonna be the first one. The second one is the colors themselves. I think they did a good job with having like a light and dark contrast here in the Atlas. You have a little bit darker countertops, which is something we haven't seen too terribly often. A lot of manufacturers are going to really light, and sometimes it can feel whitewashed. When you have the lighter cabinets plus a white countertop, you almost get like that whitewash feeling. So I think they did a good job of blending both. If we start right over here in the campside slide, you'll see a freestanding dinette, which I think is a great option. Again, this is meant to be a couple's travel trailer. So, with that kind of that luxury side, you want something that looks a little bit nicer. You don't necessarily need sleeping space there. So this is definitely the way to do it. You'll also see the chairs do have a little bit of storage underneath. And whenever we talk travel trailer, storage is always at a premium. So I love any kind of hidden space like that. You'll also see they took out all the carpet in here. So even on the slide out, instead of having carpet, you have the linoleum in there, which I love. Just makes everything a lot easier to clean. Now, when we move in a little bit further, we get into the entertainment space, right? So right here, you have a 50-inch TV, and that has a great viewing angle from the theater seats, which are directly across, plus the sofa along the back wall, storage along the sides. Of course, your multimedia center here, that does have an HDMI pass-through on it. So what you can do is you can take like a Blu-ray player, put it here, plug it into that HDMI, and that'll run through to the back of the TV, so that way you can have that auxiliary equipment. So it does make it very easy to hook up. You also notice storage on both sides and the 5,000 BTU fireplace right there in the center. Now, not only does that look nice, folks, but that also is a space heater. So if you're looking to kind of take the chill off in here and you're plugged into shore power or have a generator running, then you can run that fireplace and not have to worry about burning propane. Big windows all the way around the back, let in a ton of natural light, plus give you some great views if you have them out the back. I know I've been to a lot of campsites where you may have, lake view or ocean view, maybe beautiful mountains out the back. With a big window like this, it allows you to view those. Storage all the way across the top. Again, as I mentioned, you have that nice, kind of brighter wood. Kind of reminds me almost like a cottage. I like what they did, especially paired with the little bit darker, the oil rub bronze pulls. Now in the very beginning, now I mentioned this one, it can be half-ton towable, right? It depends on your half-ton. It definitely will be on the higher side once you load it up, but it does still fall technically into that category. But I also mentioned the fact that it's built for a couple, but can also entertain additional guests. So, when I entertain, we tend to have, sometimes a drink or two, right? And guests may need to stay the night. And this is perfect for it because not only is this a great spot to sit and lounge and watch the TV or have conversation, but this is a tri-fold sofa that folds out into a bed too. And it's very easy to make up if you haven't seen one before. You simply take off the back cushions just like this. And then you will see that this actually lifts up right down here. Oh, this one goes right here, just like that. Lifts up, folds out your legs, that leg drops down, then you drop the back down and that becomes your bed. So it is very simple to set up as well as take care of, and it looks nice. Here's the other thing I always like to tell people is if you do have guests over, maybe it's, your kids, the grandkids, and you're like, yeah, I don't think I want guests tonight. You don't have to tell them it's a bed. They'll never know. It looks just like a normal sofa. And then across the way here is your theater seating. And for me, this is kind of the magic of the floor plan, right? You sit here, you kick back, you have a great shot right here to the TV, very comfortable. Thomas Paine collection, again, another big window behind that, plenty of lighting in here too. Now, how about cooking? This is something that a lot of people ask about, right? I see a lot of people that are curious about cooking in an RV. And here in the Atlas, they make it pretty simple. So for prep space, this is something that people often desire and a lot of times is lacking in a lot of floor plans. But when you get those dual opposing slides, you can get that kitchen island. It gives you great prep space on both sides of the sink. You have this huge apron front farmhouse stainless steel sink with a high-rise pull-out faucet. So that way, if you need to wash any dishes, right, you have plenty of room to do it in here. Even if you get like a drying rack on one side, you still have one side open. And I really love that apron front look. The other thing you get with the island though is lots of storage. So not only in the form of drawers, which you have one drawer up here plus another bank of 3, so plenty extra drawer space, but one of my favorites is a dedicated spot for trash. You'll see that you have one right up here and you have another one. You can see that both of them are included. So that way you can have 2 trash cans in there. I love that they did that, right? I've seen a few different manufacturers do that because the trash cans, you don't have big spaces a lot of times like you do at home. So they're smaller trash cans. They just doubled it up so that way you don't have to empty the trash nearly as often. You also have plenty of storage underneath the sink, which again, oftentimes is at a premium. You can see lots there. And as I mentioned, another bank of 3 drawers here, outlets on the front in case you need to plug anything in, plus more storage all the way back here. I mean, again, folks, we want to talk about deep drawer space. These are super deep drawers right here. And you have a bank of 3 of those. And again, more prep space, plus a 3-burner cooktop. This is recessed, folds up and back nice and easily. And you have the oven underneath in case you want to do a little bit of baking. And then another door right down underneath there. It's also important to note the refrigerator. That's one of those things that a lot of people want to know is cold storage. So you can see right here, you have a 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator. A lot of manufacturers are going to these as well, and I'm really glad Atlas did just because a lot of people that have bought RVs really enjoy them. Because it runs off your battery, essentially if you have like 2 batteries and some solar, you can run these almost indefinitely. So a lot of people are really starting to get into the solar, trying to get a deeper understanding with these refrigerators. They are great for doing a little bit of boondocking. Also, I should probably finish out over here and then we'll head on over. If we take a look up top, you have some storage, a hood as you would expect, a microwave, and a power tower right there in the corner that just drops down nice and easily. Now, rounding out the kitchen is a pantry, and you want to see something cool. Well, first of all, again, I talked about having kind of two-tone. You can see that right here. But also, when you open up the pantry door, reach in to grab something, there's a motion light in there. I like that, and my wife and I have talked about this before. One of the problems with having glass, right, is it looks really nice, but if it's full of a bunch of stuff and that light's on, you're gonna see all that, and it doesn't look nice. So I'm glad that, there's a motion light, so it turns it off when it's not in use after a little bit, open it back up, automatically turns back on, so you're not having to fish for it to be able to turn the light on. More storage again, top and bottom. Plus, I call this a little coffee bar. I really like this. You'll see electrical outlet there. You kind of have the backsplash here. And one other thing I guess I didn't mention about that cooktop that I really like, not only do you have the backsplash, you have the side splash too, right? It goes all the way around. That is something a lot of manufacturers really don't do that I think is great that they did here in the Atlas. Let's take a walk up front. I'll show you the control panel, then we'll take a look at the bathroom and bedroom and then head out. You'll see with the control panel, everything you pretty much need is here. From your tank monitoring panel, your 3 slides, power awning there. Also, if you see the water heater, you can note this one does run off gas and electric, and you can turn on both of those at the same time for faster recovery. So if you have, again, both of you that need to shower or have guests that need to shower back to back, you have the capability to do that. And we'll take a look at the shower in just a minute and you'll see that you have plenty of space in there too. For the toilet, look at this. Great leg space, great shoulder space, porcelain bowl so it'll stay clean. Good countertop space that you have in here. I love that. An actual mirrored medicine cabinet, not just a plastic one they stuck up there. And if I do take a step in the shower, folks, I'm 6 foot tall. A little over 200 pounds, and shoot, I have plenty of room in here with this skylight. That's something a lot of times you don't find with the travel trailers, is the higher ceiling height, but you definitely have it here. Also, kind of an upgraded hand wand, a little bit bigger head on there, making shower easier, and I can turn sideways and not feel like I'm gonna run into anything, so you have plenty of room in the shower. Speaking of plenty of room and being nice and big, take a look at the bedroom with the slide-out king bed, folks. I love this. Huge bed, plenty of space. There is storage underneath. There's also storage access outside in this slide out, which is really cool. So it does give you some of that extra storage space. A little shelf right over here to the side for cell phones. You can see electrical outlet, USB ports there. You have the mirrored wardrobe right up front, hanging rod going all the way across here. So you have plenty of hanging space, nice space on the bottom for shoes as well, plus storage right up top. And then if you look at the foot of the bed, you can see there is a spot for extra TV if you want a TV here in the bedroom. Drawers all down below. More storage space up here. You know, big, beautiful barreled ceilings right in here as well. Plus you have your vent, and that one is prepped for a second AC. So if you want 2 ACs, you know, in this little bit larger travel trailer, you can have that. Now, what about some of the construction features as we come outside, right? Because that's one of the important things, is not just how the RV looks, but truly understanding how the RV is built. And I'm gonna go over it fairly quickly, but up on the roof, this one has a TPO roof. It has a 15-year warranty on there, folks. Very easy to keep clean. That is a Alpha System Superflex roof on there. You have vacuum bond laminated sidewalls, which are one of the best construction methods in the industry. Underneath the flooring in there, so you can't really see it, but that underbelly is fully insulated. And not only is it insulated, it's heated, and your valves are insulated too. So if you're looking to do a little bit colder weather camping, this one right here is capable of it. One of the things I didn't mention up on the roof though, folks, is also the fact that this has a fully walkable roof. So we talk about maintenance, inspection. It is important to get up on the roof once in a while. This one allows you to do that nice and easily. You will see the power tongue jack comes standard on here, so it is easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle, as well as level from front to back. Fully painted front cap on there too. It's beautiful front caps. That way that one does wash up nice and easily. Right on this side is solar prep if you need, or if you want that solar. Plus, you'll see this one has inverter prep too. That can be a big deal if you're looking, again, to do a little bit of boondocking. You hook up the solar, you have that inverter. Now you'll have some inverted outlets inside that can operate just off your 12-volt battery power. If you want a TV outside, you can have that. Of course, we saw the beautiful power awning with LED lights, speakers up there as well, if you want to listen to some music, and those are going to be powered, or rather operate from that multimedia center we saw inside. As we come to the back, this is something that I love when we talk about couples coaches. We find them a lot on bunkhouses, not nearly as much on an RV built for 2, and that is the outside kitchen. I love to cook outside. This gives you the ability to do it. You have storage, plus my favorite part, the outside fridge, because, well, I like to have a few beverages in there, you know? Some water on hot days, that's for sure. Taking a drop right down underneath here, you'll also see power stabilizer jack, folks. We're trying to make it as easy as you can to level out. I talked about front to back. After it is level, then you can drop these stabilizer jacks down, and that will prevent the RV from rocking around on you. You can also see right back here, this is really cool too. It comes with a hitch, 300-pound weight capacity for anything you want to put in there, bike rack, things like that. But folks, this coach right here is phenomenal. Definitely get out to your local Camping World or Gander RV to check one out.